What's up, faithful? What's up, faithful? What's up, faithful?
What's going down?
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to our show, the Always Faithful 24/7 show. We are the Faithful Huddle. My name is Mark underscore Faithful 87. What's up, General Manager? What's up, Prez?
Man, we chilling, man. We outside, man. Victory Wednesday in this bitch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yo, bro. Man, listen, man. Woo! Yo, we got a lot to talk about tonight, man.
Right.
Real talk about that win, man. Listen, you talking about urgency? Yo, we played with some urgency, man, and you could tell that we wanted it real bad. They started off the rip, focus on what they on their game plan. But with that said, listen, Uncle Keith, what's up, Uncle Keith?
It's like a free sandwich on a long hot day, man. We good.
Almost
Almost ready, but not quite there.
I know that's right. I know that's right. To our faithful viewers, welcome to our show. Listen, we have a great show for you guys. Thank you for your availability and your support.
Absolutely.
Um,
Thank you.
Listen, shout out to our brother 49. Love you, bro. We're happy for you for your first 49er game. Gotta show you love, man. I know what it's like going to your first 49er game regarding going to the home game. Because I've been to many away games, but being that I went to my first home game 2 weeks ago, and our brother 49 went to his first home game on Monday Night Football. I was just so happy for him, so excited for him. So shout out to our brother 49. We love you, bro.
Thanks.
So with that said, let me before we get into our show, guys, where is it at? I want to say congratulations to Debo. This was last week news. Congratulations to Debo, 49's Debo Samuel, signs with Jordan Brand. Yo, this is a great look for him. And listen, real talk, I'm not surprised by this signing. You follow what I'm saying? Like for someone like Debo to be a universal talent on a football field, for him to create his own position, a wide back, and just the what's the word I'm looking for? Just the ability that just the ability and
Ability.
athleticism that he brings on the field, man. Like I wasn't surprised regarding his signing, man, because I remember a couple of games ago. Matter of fact, last season, I seen him rocking. I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all remember seeing him rocking the gold sneakers? And I was like, yo, that's Debo being Debo, man.
Everybody was laughing, but he don't get paid on the sneakers too.
Yeah, exactly.
And as far as Jordan, a goat recognized a possible goat.
Exactly.
It's a very small pack.
Exactly.
And when he let you in, did you see the Sunday game with Jerry Rice went like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, and
he wasn't cheesing either.
Yo,
like,
you know what?
I see you. I see
you. Jerry Rice, he ain't put his drink down either.
Nah. He slid into that.
Hey, general manager, did you see Jerry Rice when he's pointing that he had his drink in his hand with his left hand, and he was pointing at Debo like, "You got it, bro.
You ain't got to shout to be great. You just be smooth with it."
Yeah.
I see you. Slip. I see you.
Exactly. So to Debo Samuels, congratulations on signing with the Jordan Brand. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing his sneakers that he's going to be wearing, his cleats that he's going to be wearing on the field. I think.
Is Jimmy signed to him too?
Who?
No, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo, he loves wearing Jordans. His favorite sneakers is Jordans. I remember him saying that back in, I think, 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
He always wearing Jordans, man. Always. I forgot which ones he always wear, but he's always wearing Jordans. always wearing Jordans. One more thing, guys, before I get started with our show, I gotta post this. This was announced, I think, 2 weeks ago. This was announced 2 weeks ago, and we got as 49er fans, we gotta show it some light and some love.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 players from the 49ers has been nominated to the 2023 Hall of Fame. Navarro Bowman, Patrick Willis, Jeff Garcia, Ricky Waters, Anquan Bolden, Justin Smith, Takeo Spikes, Merton Hanks, my man with the neck, Tim McDonald, and Gary Anderson.
What do you think makes it?
Definitely Bowman and Willis.
Patrick Willis and Bowman?
I'd say Willis for sure and Justin Smith.
What about Bolden?
What did you say? General manager, say that again, general manager? You said who?
Justin Smith and Patrick Willis.
Okay.
I don't think Navarro played long enough to get in this early.
And Anquan Bolden's going against so many receivers.
Yeah.
That's a tough. How about Gary Anderson, the kicker?
I'm not really sure.
Got a few records, but not. I don't think he's Hall of Fame. It's Spikes. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Now Ricky Waters, too many running backs, but for his time, he was a bad boy.
Yes, he was.
He was a bad boy, man.
Yes, he was.
So you guys are saying Willis and Bowman?
I got Bowman and Willis. Yeah, that's what I got. And
no love for Hanks.
I was just thinking about Hanks. It's a possibility, man.
The reason I think Hanks has a chance is because of the position he played. Ain't not a whole lot of folks going in at that position.
Right.
So that's tight. But I go with Navarro and Bowman, but I think Hanks is gonna get a lot of votes.
Right.
Garcia, ain't no way.
I gotta say this, and I'm pretty sure that y'all thought about it or probably thinking it right now. Yo, my guy Roger Craig, man. I'm still pulling for him to make it, man. I really am, guys. I really am. However, these are the 10 that's been nominated. I'm guessing, of course, I don't know, but I'm guessing Bowman and Willis. Most likely Willis. However, that combination, Bowman and Willis, it was special, guys. That's why I say those two, in my humble opinion.
But isn't Craig and part of the veterans crew now, as far as nominations?
Who's this?
Didn't he pass his 10 years eligibility, Roger Craig?
I don't know.
He is. He'll probably be coming in the veterans committee. Be the only one he gets in now.
We had Bowman, Willis, Justin Smith, and Allen Smith, and didn't get a ring out of it.
I know.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But look at the time period they're playing. There was some boss teams out there.
Yeah.
Oh, we kept choking. Yes.
Yeah,
we kept choking.
That's true. Okay. I agree.
Yeah, we was there every year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Within
Harbaugh's tenure.
Yeah. Except for that last one. What was it? We was there every year for 3 years. That fourth year we was 8-8.
Yeah, that's when everybody left.
Right, because those 3 years we had the top 5 defense for 3 years. I remember that. But yeah, man. I mean, we was there, but we didn't capitalize, of course. But we'll move right along, Faithful Huddle. Listen, guys. Our reaction, guys. I'm so hyped in regards our reaction regarding Monday Night Football. As you can see, also our faithful viewers, in my humble opinion, the game plan was answered on both sides of the ball. And this is something that I've been preaching last week. Even our general manager, Prez, and my uncle was preaching is, playing with urgency. And on both sides of the ball, Monday Night Football, we play with urgency. And guys, I would like to know your thoughts regarding Monday Night Football before I start bringing in the questions.
I'll go first. With the defense did their thing. They're gonna do what they do. I mean, that was a premier offense. We've now faced, as far as talent wise, two premier offenses in the NFL, which is the Broncos and the Rams. And do realize that neither one of those offenses will be what they are now at the end of the season when it really matters. People can judge the Broncos right now, but when it comes down to it, it's gonna get right, and they're gonna be there at the end of the season. So we've done our thing. I mean, we've done our thing. I feel like from the offensive standpoint, I feel like I don't feel like if I were to give the offense a grade, I'd say an overall like a B to a B minus. I mean, I think that pick 6 saved us because at that point that was a one possession game. And once again, we saw the same thing from our offense. They get to the point where they just don't do anything series after series after series. Now, I will say that Shanahan was able to make good adjustments when he brought in the run game finally. But it's like the way he brought in the run game at the 4th, and he could just be setting it up. His mentality could just be, I'm going to continue to pass the ball because I know at the end of the game I can run it our way, or I don't want to show my hand with the running game. And I want it to, if the game's close in the 4th, I want to utilize the run. And we're going to win at that point. Like they're going to, if they run the ball at that point, they're tired. So he could be doing it that way. But I don't feel like he mixed enough the run in. We ran great at the beginning of the game. We ran great at the end of the game. And it wasn't cohesive in the middle portions of the game. So I still think our offense got a long way to go. It's good to get that. We got a good win. You know what I'm saying? It's the Rams. It's the Rams, though, and we own the Rams, except for the game that mattered the most. But outside of the game that mattered most, we've won 7 of 8. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's just sometimes certain teams you play and you just beat, period. It doesn't matter record. It's your scheme or however you're doing it. There's teams, like we struggled forever with Arizona. You know what I'm saying? There's teams when they were horrible, like in the division. So every team has it, some teams. So it's good to see. We need to come out and win these next 2 games because then it gets real. Then you got to go play Mahomes. Then you got to go play Brady and these other teams where we got to put up points. You know what I'm saying? We got to put up points, man. And the more points we put up, the more historically great our defense will be. Because our defense is going to be historically great this year, period. However it goes, if they stay healthy. If this offense can put up a consistent mid-20s to low 30s, if we can score 26, 7, 8 points a game and average that, bro, this defense, it will be great. Because when they put them in those situations where they ain't running no more, the team has to pass against this defense, we already seeing it. It's going to be all day. And so it's just getting there.
Yeah, I agree.
I got you. Well, playing the Lambs is like fighting your cousin. You know how to beat him, straight up. You know he ain't gonna hit you in your face because you'll tell your mama. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about football on point. This defense in through 4 games has held the opponents to 11.5 points a game. Right. Had we just averaged 13 points a game, we would be 14-0. I mean 4-0. So what that tells me is our defense will stay consistent at a record level if our offense opens it up.
Thanks.
Now, Wilson is limited, but he's a first choice and has Shanahan's trust. But I'm telling you, every successful offensive team that's scoring a lot of points has a smash mouth running back. We have a kid on the bench named Mason who needs to touch the ball. We got a fullback that needs to be more in the offense. He was open so many times, I thought he was going to sit down and have a snack. I'm talking about Juice.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. You also look at Kittle. You fed him enough. You know, he had what do you have? 6 looks, 6 opportunities?
4.
Okay.
He was 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4 for effective yards and blocking. You bring both those guys in the block, they're great. Jimmy G's best contribution this last game was quick release. He went back to quick release. Yep. All right. When Trey was playing, they put him in the shotgun.
Mhm.
When Jimmy G started playing, they put him on the center. Switch it. Trey's better moving first. Jimmy G needs to be able to see the field. How many open receivers did he miss?
Jimmy has to see the field. He only missed 2 or 3.
But they were wide open and for 6.
Yeah.
We missed at least 3 touchdown opportunities.
Yeah,
Straight up, dead end.
Which ones you
3 to 4. About 3 to 4.
Which ones you saying? Which players?
Warner.
All right.
I don't agree on Warner.
Oh.
I don't agree on Warner.
It's reports though, GM. Remember I said that while we was all watching the game? I text y'all. I was like, yo, that's why I didn't want to go back and forth because he get my bad. Okay.
You good.
Yeah, but
all right. Juice wide open. I mean, second quarter, wide open.
Are you saying did he throw the ball?
No, he didn't throw the ball. I'm talking about.
Okay, no. I thought we were talking about actual bad throws or something.
No. I'm talking about missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
No, facts. Hands down.
Hands down. Now, as far as bad throws, Warner, he threw it behind him one time, and then he let him too much the other time. He was also throwing from happy feet again, throwing the ball to the ground.
Right.
So, Jimmy, we know what his talent and his skill set is. So, if I'm looking at this team, starting off with the pass helped the run game, but then we stopped running. So what was the point of doing that? Then we got the run game going. We stopped passing. We need an effective balance. And if I have one criticism about our offense is they have the ability to make adjustments in the game, and they don't do it fast enough.
Yeah, I feel
hey, that comes to the coach.
And I don't want to.
The coach is.
Now,
the coach is.
Well, Mark made a strong point several weeks in a row about a game plan's put together, and it's about execution. Now, we're 4 games in. We know what our players are capable of that we put on the field right now. And I'm going to say that with the caveat that 4 or 5 games from now, we're going to have a different team out there. Facts. Healthier players, better talent.
Facts.
So we've got to coach to the talent we have on the field right now. The most effective plays we had this Sunday were what? Quick, short option plays.
Right.
Going off tackle versus off guard. This is where our strength is. It doesn't matter who's on the offensive line if it gets schemed up the right way.
Right.
We gave these guys a chance to be successful. So we've got to play accordingly. We can't just score 20 points.
Yeah.
We got to take some shots down the field. And I said this last night, and I hate myself for saying it tonight, but bring Purdy in, please, 2 or 3 times a game in the Wildcat and let him throw the ball down the field, please. Can we get at least one quick strike option a game that we have a chance to make? And realize and recognize that Jimmy G is not the one to throw that ball?
I feel you.
Ain't doing that though.
Yeah, I agree with Jim. I don't see that happening.
And my concern is if you do what you've always done and expect different results, that's the definition of insanity. And right now we have too much talent to play like a gerbil on a wheel, the same continuous pattern. Right. That's how you win today.
It's facts.
I will say this
mm-hmm.
in regards to what I've seen in concise words. I love the game plan from jump. And what I like, they went focused on our defense to get on the field first. That goes to show you that Kyle Shanahan, D'Amico Ryans, they trust our defense. Our defense is on the field first. And then we got on the field after they did a 3 and out. With that said, the aggressiveness, that's what I want in all 4 quarters. All 4 quarters. We talked about this before. Okay, Kyle Shanahan, he could be aggressive in the first half, but it's like, yo, what happened in the second half? Yes, we all have respected different opinions regarding him being conservative. However, I think there's a reason, but I can't prove it because we don't know. We just see it as fans watching the game.
Who calls all the plays? Offensive plays.
Kyle Shanahan and his crew up in the box.
Okay. Now, did you see a pattern shift in the second half?
Yes.
I can't.
In the fourth quarter, you did, but not the third quarter. We went back to the same routine stuff we do.
Oh yeah, second and third quarter. Second and third quarter was that same bullshit.
We went conservative.
We talking about this past Monday, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, I would say this. Reason why I'm saying I don't know, because just looking at the stats, they thrown the ball 27 times and they ran the ball 22 times.
Mm-hmm.
So the balance is there. I'm just saying I don't know to your question, Uncle Keith, because based on the situation of the predicament they're in, whatever quarter they're in, I really don't know. And however, we also gotta magnify this too. I gotta share this with y'all. And this is something that we gotta control of. We gotta take control.
While you're looking for that, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Does our offense let the other team back in, or does our defense?
In the second half,
Any half.
It's always
our offense.
I think both. I think both. I would say this. As far as time possession, the Rams had a longer time possession than us.
Mm-hmm. That means our defense did their job.
Game. That's every game.
That means our defense is doing its job, and our offense is not keeping us on the field enough.
Not necessarily. If the Rams had more possessions, no, they had more time possessions than the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
So the defense been on the field longer.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why they give up points in the fourth. That's why we watch the defense fold. What people say is fold in the fourth, because they're not a number one defense that is out there a less amount of time.
Yes.
Our defense is number one, being out there way more than it should be. Our defense, game in and game out, is out there way more
than the offense.
So by the time we get to the fourth quarter, when a lot of teams, a defense are going to be on their 7th to 8th drive, we're typically on our 10th, 11th, 12th drive.
12th drive.
As a defense. So they tired, bro.
Yeah.
How many 3-and-outs did we have in the second and third quarter?
I would say this. They don't 3-and-outs for the third quarter. We was 5 for 12. In the fourth quarter, we was 0 for 1.
So basically 5 for 13.
Pretty much.
3-and-out possessions, correct?
Correct. And check this out. Yo, the Rams was doing their thing. Cooper Kupp, he was doing his thing. Yo, the Rams had 21 first downs to our 13.
That makes my point. You just made my point, though. You made my point that our offense isn't playing effective enough to support our defense. So I'm saying it's the offense that's letting the other team stay in the game. If not for extraordinary defense, we'd have lost again.
Right. Well, yeah.
It's just the numbers back us into a more effective time of possession and control. Let's say we get 15 points and we have 50-50 time possession against our opponents, we'll win every time.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we have a defense that allows us to stay competitive. We need an offense that allows us to win. And that takes a little more flexibility on the offensive side of the ball. Let's go to things we haven't done before. We have so much. In preseason, as a group, we discussed how we had an abundance of riches in every offensive position.
Right.
Why are we not using them?
Well, because you're lying.
Now listen, wait. Hold on a second. That line.
I'm not saying the line in a bad way. I should take it back.
No, you're good. That line was never designed to be a whole line with Trey back there.
Facts.
Correct? Trey was the line equalizer with his flexibility and mobility. Mm-hmm. Now that you don't have Trey, the only other way you can bust a line is the halfback option, dump it over a rapidly approaching defensive line, or a smash mouth 2-step, I'm through the line running back. Yeah. Look at the Giants. Barkley. How great is that offensive line? Garbage. How many 154 yards in a cloud of smoke later? The Giants. What's their record? 3-1.
It don't matter. That shit don't matter though.
My whole point is let's get different on the offensive side.
This is what I was saying.
Let Cup eat, and they didn't let anybody else. Great defensive play, Adam.
That's what, and Cooper Kupp is one of the reasons why they had 21 first downs to our 13. They couldn't stop him.
Well, I here's what I think. Here's where I think our defense is at.
Thank you for your comment, Adam.
And I think partly because of the inefficiency of our offense.
They get tired.
I think as a defense, stemming off of how the offense goes, typically, we give up yards. I've realized, like, I get it now, because I used to get so frustrated, like, damn, why are they 6 and 7 yards off when it's third down? It's like they know that we're not giving up points when you get to the red zone.
That's true.
We're not giving up touchdowns in most instances. So as a defensive coordinator, I guess really the only thing you have to do until proven wrong is they can march down the field. You can march down the field time again.
Exactly.
Hey, Press, deal with this. It's almost early in the season better for us to be on defense longer because we make less mistakes on the offense.
No.
Think about this. Debo's touchdown was a sure pick 6. Where that ball was thrown. It was an extraordinary play to catch that ball.
It wasn't a good throw, but if you look at it in retrospect, that's the only place that Jimmy could have thrown that ball and it not be a pick 6. Because immediately when I said that in the chat, I immediately said it was a horrible throw, great play, or out of this world play by Debo.
Correct.
Then when they started showing the replays and you realize the angle that Jimmy's seeing that, if he does not throw that ball behind, it is a pick.
Yeah, I got it.
It is a pick.
And thank God he didn't pick it off because he could have picked it off.
Yeah, no, I ain't saying it's a good throw.
That was in our favor. That was in our favor.
Yeah, facts. I ain't saying it's a good throw, but I will say in most situations, Jimmy doesn't get lucky and it never go his way. And that was one situation that it kind of went Jimmy's way.
What somebody call it, Jimmy Gimmies?
Yeah.
That's what Ben Goods has said.
Yeah, I like the holler when I heard that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Jimmy is that he very rarely, because of Shanahan, will ever throw 2 interception games. He doesn't throw 2 interception games, but I know every single game he's going to throw a pick. I go into the game and I have for like 2 years going in like, yeah, he's going to throw a pick at some point. You know what I'm saying? But then there are certain plays, you know what I'm saying, where if he wasn't a gunslinger in his mind, whether his talent matches Jimmy's mentality about his ability to make throws, the thing about it is that because Jimmy fucks up so much,
it's in his head.
He also makes plays that like a couple weeks ago, that pass on the sideline to IU, that was a fucking dime. You know,
yeah, I agree.
To move the chains on third down, that was big. That was a big time play. And I'm not saying he catches it all the time, but it's like there are times where Jimmy's aggressiveness comes off in his favor. It just seems to be more times than not it goes against him.
And you know what? We've been wanting that for many seasons, man, since we had Juice. And being that he's been overlooked as far as in the pass receiving, I'm glad that was designed on the sideline. Because, that was on his only reception for 35 yards.
Dimer. Yeah.
Exactly.
And he put himself in position to make that catch by turning his whole body. Against a faster defender.
Right.
He looked like a veteran wide receiver on that catch.
He looked like he was hungry and knew he would only get 1 or 2 targets at best. And he was going to go all out to make that play. Yeah. Again, that's the urgency Mark you spoke of at the beginning of the show. If we have that on every play, on both sides of the ball, and if it means using more players that want that chance, remember what did our preseason show us? We had 2 players that weren't supposed to make the 53 squad on any of our list, except for maybe one on mine, Mason and Purdy. Make the team. I'm not taking a shot at nobody. Didn't make the team. And what that shows you is urgency matters.
Yeah.
I was telling guys last night, I had a chance to listen to Nick Saban at a sales managers meeting, coaching people. And I asked him, what is the one thing you teach every team that's most important to you? And he said, urgency on the plays that don't matter or don't seem to matter. Urgency, urgency, urgency. Every game is a championship game. Every play can win the game. You have to stay in the moment and you have to be urgent. It has to be important.
Yeah.
When we're going to accept Jimmy's limitation, we can't throw the ball deep. A lot of it is he throws our tip passes. Well,
that's a good point too. Regarding the tip
pass. Yeah, I would say.
Adam, I think we are accepting them right now because of the way the schemes are going. In addition to that, please somebody give me some love on Purdy coming in to make them damn wildcat plays and throwing the ball downfield. What is it going to hurt us? Can you got thoroughbreds that we can't get the ball to?
Yeah.
Well, see, so here's where we're at. If we're going there on this, in my true opinion, it's come very apparent to me, and I might have just been late to the party, but Jimmy really only looks at his number one target.
Yeah, he has no progression.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
He does not progress through this offense. And so at this point, it's like, okay, my man, Shanahan, if this is where you're at and your quarterback can really only go one, maybe sometimes to the two guy, you know what I'm saying? It's time to make your other superstars or your other players the one in the play or the two. Like something's got to change. It can't always be because everybody's number one and Jimmy's throwing to the number one and you're not utilizing the other players. Like there's a couple plays. I should be putting up 100 yards a game in this offense.
And Gray should be putting up 50.
He's been hurt, so he got
when he gets in,
he's gonna have to earn that shit over McLeod. That's just what it is right now because McLeod's out there. And here's the fact. Yeah. Here's the fact is you got
McLeod got targeted on Sunday too, didn't he?
Huh?
McLeod got targeted in the passing game on Sunday, one play, right?
Well, 1 attempt.
Yeah. So it's like he got to beat them from him, and one makes $10 million and one's a third round pick.
Pardon me, he had 3 attempts and 1 catch for 6 yards. But to piggyback on what you were saying, GM, this is my humble opinion regarding Jimmy. Jimmy just has to see the field better.
Mm-mm.
And 2, I think that our wide receivers will have to perform a quicker separation. Being that you were saying that meaning Jimmy, always go to the first progression, he has to start looking at the second or third.
I'm saying it's frustrating.
But he's had to do that for 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
come on. In my unhumble opinion, it's time to shit a show.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Let's forget that.
No.
You mortgaged our future on a quarterback and gave him thoroughbreds to throw to. He's not there. This quarterback, if he's ever going to make his career noteworthy, has got to play quarterback and quit playing team manager.
That is so disrespectful.
That's why I said, okay, he has to see the field better, meaning that he needs to be patient.
Man, it's not going to happen.
He has to see the field better.
It's not. That's where I'm at. That's why I'm saying. That's why I just said what I said in the beginning of this statement about it's time to make Ayuk the one in the read on the play. It's time to make Kittle the one on the play because
we're going to force him to throw the ball.
If you can't, because he can't do it. We're past the point. I'm no longer. It's taking me this long to realize that's his real problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as our offense not moving, and not being in rhythm, because football's a rhythm game. It's a rhythm. It's a rhythm. And imagine
I've been saying that. Yeah.
What we have in front of us is a quarterback that can manage 3 downs, not 4. And what do I mean by that? The basic 3 downs in every series will get you 10 yards if you do it the right way. If you want time of possession, if you want to control the game. If you get behind, you need a 2-down quarterback. What do I mean by that? Somebody can throw the ball more than 35 yards consistently and position and give you a chance to lengthen the field.
Yeah. I
say we have that if we use it. You need to get Purdy some reps now. I'm going to bring it back to you. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat at the end of the season. He might be a difference maker. You'll never know when him riding the pines whether he's Mr. Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant made the squad.
Yeah.
Hey man,
and you question your own judgment if you don't use them. The guy has a rocket for an arm. You got missile carriers out there running, and nobody can get the ball.
And he could throw the ball accurately on a run too.
Hey, let me.
I don't see it happening though, Uncle Keith. I hate to bust your bubble.
Don't bust my bubble. Help me out here. In my humble opinion, I need some help, Mark.
I feel you, man. Yo, I'm with you, but
here is what it is. We have watched Shanahan. I think I really got the answer. Like no cap, and this is the answer.
Okay.
We have watched Shanahan and Jimmy do this over and over in years and years. If they've been successful, they have been successful. There's no doubt about it. When he's healthy and they're on the field together, we win and we go to the championship games. When he's not, we lose. That's my point.
That's that damn turkey sandwich.
That's my point. That's my point. If we do lose, so we know what it is. Here's where we're at. Our team, and we just watched it this past week. Our team. Forever, the recipe for our offense to go is to run the ball first and move the chains on third down with short throws and short yardage surge and run it that way. We are no longer at that point. And we watched it this week. They have to win games now by establishing the pass, because once we establish the pass, then those running lanes are open and then we can switch it back, because when we get the lead, then we can run. It's different. He has to adjust. He has to adjust to the reality. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say to you and both of y'all. Honestly, this is just me. Honestly, I don't care what we start with. Start with the pass to establish a run, or run to establish a pass. I don't care what game plan is called, as long as it's executed. That's all I care about. Just like I said last Wednesday, I would like for them to start passing, because just like our brother Jizzle was saying, they should put them in shotgun, and look what happened. It worked Monday night.
But also what worked Monday
night.
They schemed the pass first.
Exactly.
Right.
And my challenge with that is, if you know your first option is limited, you can't go away. You've got to get more aggressive in the run game too. You got to put more than one type of runner in there.
Right.
You got to. If you won't give me Purdy, give me Mason. Give me something.
I feel you.
Smash mouth, hustle. I mean, look what Drake did. Remember when he made the squad and I said he was going to make the squad?
Yeah.
Because of his aggressiveness? You see the plays he made this Sunday?
Yeah. He had one tip ball. Yeah, I know. He
used his leg, but he did it laterally. We have got to exploit our talent. We know what our limitations are. So why stay within those same limitations all the time?
Now, with that said, Uncle Keith, our GM, let's start with Kyle Shanahan. Can Kyle Shanahan remain aggressive with his play calling throughout all 4 quarters of the game?
It depends on the results of the previous game. To me, it all depends on what happened the game before. If he gets comfortable and gets into the groove, he's going to go back to doing what he always did. The best thing that happened to us inadvertently was losing 2 games in the most crappy way possible.
Yeah.
It created urgency on Shanahan's part. I'm sure Lynch made a few phone calls too. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
How do we lose? What was it, 11-10?
Yeah.
Or 12-11? Whatever it was too embarrassing to watch again.
Right.
But can he do it is not the right question.
Will
he do it? And I'm not saying it's a bad question, because I understand the tenet of why you asked the question, but my answer is, will he do it?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel confident that he will. I'm hoping he will. I just don't feel confident.
Yeah.
We don't have any. What do you think, Mark?
I think he could do it, man.
Will he?
That's it. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I thought of this question, I did have Will Kyle, but I said, you know what? I know he can. You know what it is? Is my humble opinion. I just think he's in his own head. To the point he relies on the defense too much. That's why I was saying. That's why I switched. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I had Will Kyle Shanahan, and I changed it to Can. Can he? Meaning that this is within his personal self.
Hey, Mark, stop being humble. You did right. Go with your gut. Stop being humble. Go with your gut. You know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear you say my humble opinion again, because we respect you too much. Stop being humble. Be real, because I'm going to tell you straight up. That was the right question, the right way, and you haven't answered one question. Will he? Have you answered that question? Let's keep it 100. And if you say no, then that's the problem.
I think
no,
will he by the end of the season?
I gotta be honest. I would say no, based on my experience with him since 2017 to now. No.
All right, then let's listen to an old man preach. My birthday's Sunday, so give me 2 minutes. If you won't change what gets you right here, you'll never get to here. And we're in a position where everybody's on their last year of something.
Oh.
How much more do we give them to do what they won't do to win? Look what the Rams. Oh, I'm sorry. Look what the Rams did last year to win the Super Bowl. Did they play the same way they played before?
What's up, Perk?
Hey, Perk Dog. Good beard. Look at that beard game. Go ahead now. Hey, Mark, you got competition.
Yeah. I think our brother Perk got us beat, man.
Yeah, he working that beard.
I might got Perk beat with the gray hairs, but he got me beat with
Yo, they say you ain't supposed to cut gray hair though, man.
But Perk, it's coming though, bro. It's coming, that gray hair. Anyway, Uncle K, what you were saying?
The Rams played differently than they had before when they made the changes they needed to get over the top. They brought talent in and let them do what they do. We have talent here. I'm begging. If we can get him to say yes confidently that he will be aggressive, we got a chance to make a hell of a run. But if he doesn't, we're putting the ball in the hands of somebody we don't trust.
Yeah.
I mean, after 1 week, because we hit rock bottom in that Denver game, that offense hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
I would like to think, I would like to hope that is as low as it gets for this offense. But outside of that, he made.
Talk about it. Yo, go ahead. Press, go ahead.
He made, for the most part, he made the changes necessary for us to win. Absolutely. 100% to get the dub. When is he going to make the changes to make our offense elite?
Do you believe we have elite talent?
That's not even.
Oh, no question.
So then why are we playing so marginally? And it ain't just execution.
Oh, it's the quarterback too, because he misses throws.
But we know what his limitations are, and so does our coach.
Exactly.
So we can't call him brilliant if he's going to be inconsistent in how he uses what we have. If you're going to stay in the same box, that's not brilliant. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful in saying that, but at some point, if you got greyhounds, quit walking like they're Dobermans. Let them run.
Gotcha.
Let them run.
Nothing
would give me greater joy than just once in the next game. I'm gonna say it for the last time tonight. I promise, Mark. In my humble opinion, let Purdy throw the ball once or twice, please.
He got.
I'm gonna say it again.
Fred,
all pregame to throw the ball.
Fred, be honest though, bro. Can Kyle Shanahan remain aggressive though? Can he?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. I don't think he will. I don't think he want to. I don't think he can.
That's why I'm glad Uncle Keith answered that question. Will he? I'm saying no. Can he? I'm saying yes, he can do it. Just like I told y'all last Wednesday that I believe in Jimmy G. He can do it, but will he do it?
Man,
I don't know.
It come down. I don't know what it comes down to, man. But what I don't understand is how IU, for the most part, is always open. That's what everybody just talks about, that he's always open.
You know why he's open? No, but nobody believes Jimmy can hit him.
Good point.
Yeah, no, facts.
But I gotta say this. I gotta say this in respect to Jimmy G. Throwing the ball to IU, he was 4 for 4. IU was 4 for 4.
But look at the passes he hit him on.
That's a good point.
None of them were breakaway pass. Ayuk's talent is like Debo's talent. If he was just or Tyreek Hill, he is fast and he gets open because he makes better routes than most receivers with that much speed. Okay, and if you got a thoroughbred like that, you need a missile launcher to get the ball to him because they're gonna be gone. I'm telling you, they've been looking at his number a lot from behind.
But I gotta be honest, I was very impressed with Jimmy G hitting IU on first down to get another first down, and also second down to get another first down.
Ayuk's best play in the game was not a reception.
Huh?
Ayuk's best play of the game was not a reception.
Oh, that block? Oh, I know where you're going.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, man.
What's up?
Homeboy should have bought a ticket because he was watching the game from that point forward.
Yeah.
He got put on his butt in the end zone when Debo took that ball in.
Yeah.
Ayuk put that free safety. Not only did he hit him, his feet came up like he was sitting down.
Yeah.
And Ayuk did that on the fly after hitting somebody else before he hit him.
Yeah.
I was in the living room hollering and somebody thought I'd kick my foot on something. That was one hell of a play. I love to see completed plays.
I feel you.
Most of the other players on that field were watching Debo do his thing.
Right.
Ayuk was still in the play. That's what we call urgency and finishing the play.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Debo was the spark. We know that.
Absolutely.
Debo was the spark.
But follow the flame.
Just like I text you.
Ayuk was blowing on the flame.
Yeah. This might be a quick question and answer for you guys. I gotta put up there. I got a lot of questions for our show tonight.
No. Hell no. Let me explain something to you. Jimmy started out with 2 left feet. Now you got 2 left feet minus a toe. No. Seriously, man. Seriously, if you're giving the guy a bazooka and he's still throwing rocks, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? If you have to scheme to a person's limits, you're not getting the most effective play.
Yeah.
And that's heartbreaking for all this talent we have in this team.
No. I don't agree with that because I say that respectfully, and I say that facet that it's not Jimmy's fault if you continuously use him in ways that he cannot excel in. That's coaching.
Well, that's also Jimmy G has responsibility. He is limited, and if you have to scheme to his limitations, that's great. And I'm agreeing with you on that point. But don't blame me if you can't hit my receivers.
Good point.
Good point. Are we saying Jimmy? But Jimmy typically misses deep balls. He's not inaccurate with short throws.
We have deep ball talent, which is 50% of our passing game.
But here's the thing.
He did miss Jennings. He threw a ball way above.
It was still deeper. That was past 15 yards. But yes, he did miss him. He did miss him. But that was a deeper ball. But here's my thing. If you can't dunk, are you ever going to win a slam dunk competition?
You shouldn't even be in it.
So then why you keep running? Why exactly? So why would you keep entering? So if your mans can't make the deep throw, why would you continuously make him make the deep throw?
Can I break my promise?
No, do your thing, man.
Purdy, please. As I almost say, Purdy, please. I know somebody that can make the throw. Purdy, please.
He talking about Purdy. He said
Purdy, please. That's all I'm saying. Purdy, please, man. You know what I'm saying?
You heard what he said? He said Purdy, please.
Purdy, please. All I need to do is use my gun 5 times a game, and we'll score at least 2 touchdowns. And Jimmy G's got to get us 2 more in the rest of the game, and we will be 14. We'll run off 13 in a row because the defense is going to hold it down. I just need an effective use of our weapons by somebody that can hit our receivers. And if you know Purdy's going to throw the ball 30 to 40 yards, bro, and our receivers can get loose, it won't make no difference.
But think about it, Jim. This is what Jimmy G is comfortable with, throwing a deep ball.
Well, I can't tell.
No, he said it.
Well, then why don't he can't do it? He can couple.
I know, but
he can put ballet shoes on. Don't mean you can do a pirouette.
Yeah, facts.
Hey, I agree. So, but think about how that sounds when he put that out in the atmosphere, talking about, this is something I enjoy doing. We went away from it. Okay, so being that we're going to bring it back, he said that.
I'm not disagreeing.
Oh, okay.
You're not. But what I'm saying is, saying I want to do it don't mean I can do it.
That's true.
And if you show us you can't do it, why would I let you do it again?
But if you think about it, guys, we got to design something for the secondary to stay on their heels, because if they don't, they're going to pack the box.
Hold on. You know what our design for that is?
What's that?
The Yak Pack.
Yeah, and screens.
Yeah. We're designing our length in the field to yards after the catch. And that is limiting because I'm going to tell you something about the NFL in the last 5 seasons. These defensive backs are faster, bigger, and smarter. And that yak's going to come to where our great offensive weapons are going to start getting hurt on these broken plays.
Appreciate you, Mariah.
49 faithfully. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Check out my girl's show. 49. Hey, what's up, Mariah? Yeah, Uncle Keith, my bad, bro.
No, you good. And Mariah is worth waiting for. I promise you. I seriously, guys, I can't emphasize enough that if your limitations are so easily defined by our own team, they're defined by our opponents as well.
Gotcha.
And that'll start affecting defensive schemes we're going up against.
Gotcha. So, Faithful Huddle, what have we learned about the offensive line execution and improvement at pass and run blocking?
Ooh, can I have this one first?
What's up, Uncle Keith?
Number one factor in that is quick release. They don't have to do what they need to do as long as they needed to do it before.
Yeah.
Period.
I would say this. I was shocked that they had Spencer Burford blocking Donald.
So was he.
No, he wasn't. Well, I feel what you said. Jokingly,
after the first couple of times he got blown by, he was shocked.
Well, first was a miscommunication between him and Brendel.
Brendel, you're right.
When I seen him go to the left, I was like, "Yo, what is he doing?" And that's another reason why Jimmy G threw that quick pass to
Wilson.
Wilson, right? Because Wilson was open, but he had to release it because it would have been a sack. Thank God we ain't had no sacks this past game. But man. But after those two mishaps regarding Burford against Donald, you ain't really hear too much about Donald getting in the backfield as far as rushing Jimmy G. You follow what I'm saying?
One of the best schemes on that was your tight ends and your fullback being on that line, left side, right side.
Yeah.
You had an extra lineman.
Yeah.
Inadvertently, we had an extra lineman on most of the plays where those guys weren't targets.
Yeah.
And that made a significant difference in addition to the fact that quick release. That quick release is a genius way to use Jimmy G. And don't let him think, tell him what to do. And first, goes back to your point. Change 1 and 2 to where you need him to go to get the most out of what you got. So that made me a warm, fuzzy feeling because there is some hope there. But I can't say it, can I? Pretty please.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm a firm believer of talking things into existence, but Uncle Keith, I love you. But I don't think that's going to happen, man. We'll see. If that would happen, it will only be the Jimmy G.
If I got to hit the lottery and get famous, we're going to get Purdy in the game this season, and it's going to make a difference.
I would say this in regards to this question. What I've learned about offensive line, like I've always said, as long as they do their job and execute the plays by protecting Jimmy G, he can release that ball quickly and accurately. And also, that will give him time to make that qualified pass. Just like what our GM was saying as far as the progression to the number one wide receiver. He need to start. He need to get better looking at the field better, man. I just think he needs to work on that and also work on running by throwing the pass as well. He needs to improve with that. I do like that he scrambled. What he did? He scrambled for a first down, right?
Yes, he did.
I think
absolutely.
Down, yeah.
I mean, it was a path right down the middle for 15 yards wide. He went straight down the middle and did the right thing.
Yeah, he got 3 yards. He ran for 3 yards.
The previous game, he passed the ball with 3 yards to go.
Exactly.
He was 7 yards in front of him. We could have ran for it.
Exactly.
So that was film work there.
Exactly.
Somebody did some film work and said, "Hey, Jimmy, you got to look at the field and know situational awareness."
Right.
Situational awareness.
Right. And he mentioned at the presser that, this is not his skill set. You follow what I'm saying? But
so let's tell the whole world so we can scheme against that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to keep people guess what color underwear you want to walk around with your shorts down. It don't quite work. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody can see your draws. Quit telling folks that kind of stuff. Say you're willing to learn. Say you're willing to get better. That's a quarterback. One of the things about Tom Brady, ask him who his number one in the progression is and how many times he goes to his third and fourth person in progressions. That's what makes him the GOAT. With all the talented receivers he had, he'll look past a Randy Moss and throw to somebody else if they're open.
Let me bring this question up. Adam says, why do we get stuck on Jimmy throwing deep?
Because our offense gets stuck playing conservative football, and we need to have a quick strike threat. We have quick strike threat receivers we're not getting the ball to. And if we keep playing to Jimmy's limitations, that's all we're going to get. We're going to have to score 24 points a game and hope our defense continues to hope our opponents to 11.5 points a game. That's my answer, Adam.
I'm trying to figure out the question, though. Like, is he saying, like, why do we?
I think what he's saying is, why don't we just let Jimmy stay within his skill set and make the most of it? I get that. I'm not disagreeing with that, Adam. I'm just saying, why build a team with as much talent as we have on the outside and our receivers, where quick strike capabilities make a difference in this league this time? Should we not focus on it and get somebody in there who can throw the ball deep? Which is why I keep saying, Purdy, please.
In my real quick, pardon me, Jim.
You good.
You think Perez? My bad, bro.
No, you good.
Adam, in my humble opinion, bro, I listen. I think the best answer I can give you, man, is like, if you don't try the secondary, they're gonna pack the box. Like I've said earlier, we gotta keep them guessing.
Oh, they gotta throw the ball.
They have plenty of film of Jimmy in regards throwing deep. However, you got to keep the secondary guessing. And this was one of my points last Wednesday, that I would like for Jimmy, and I know he can do it. I would like for Jimmy to be a threat more throwing down the field.
Oh, I mean,
and he's showing a little bit of that this past Monday. He's already attempting Warner. Even though I still believe he missed him, he made a connection with Juice. So yeah. I mean, it could be done. Do it have to be schemed a little bit better? Maybe, yeah. But I just think, again, like I said before, I think Jimmy G needs to see the field better. You know what I'm saying? Even if Jimmy G have to rely on the yak yards, so be it. But at least try the secondary, in my humble opinion. What's up, Price?
Yeah, no, he gotta throw the ball. Yeah. But the other side of it is that he's got to be able to fail and Shanahan not shut down the pass game completely like he tends to do. Like,
which is why your quick strike capability will allow for failures. It'll allow for turnovers. It'll allow you to stay in the game when you get behind. But if you never push the field downfield and get the ball out there, I think that there's not a quarterback in NFL, if given enough opportunities to make mistakes, can't throw a deep ball. You wouldn't have made it to the NFL. I think the reason Jimmy G does this because he doesn't believe he can. So with this team and this defense, let's make some damn mistakes. Let's be great. Let's dare to be great.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. That's real shit. You got to let him be able to throw and do things and make mistakes.
Now, see this cup right here? It started to sweat. It was saying to me, so I had to go put some ice in it. The situation is this. I know I can't make it no cooler without ice. Yeah. Deep ball. So I went and put some ice in it. Purdy, please.
Yeah. And I mean, I would look at it like this. If it's a conscious builder for Jimmy, then open up the playbook, man, for him down the field, man.
But we have to believe. So we got to believe in Shanahan and Jimmy at the same time. One's got to be willing to take the risk, and the other one's got to be willing to be great.
Exactly. And so with that said, if he connects, let's just say he connects 3 out of 7 deep passes, that would keep the secondary on their heels, which means that will have our screen, and our running plays work.
Facts.
Even if our offensive line is not making those holes like they made that big hole for Wilson when Wilson ran for
32 yards.
what was it?
32, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
32 to the house.
Yeah, 32. 32.
Mm-hmm.
And he
wasn't touched
at all.
He wasn't touched. Once he got past that defensive line, it was a straight shot. It was like somebody was in prison and saw the phone line was empty. He went straight to the front of the line.
Let me tell y'all this before I get to the next question,
Mm-hmm.
It was designed for Wilson to take the bulk of the running plays. I'm looking at it, He had 18 carries for 74 yards, 1 touchdown. Like you said, Uncle Keith, the longest run he had obviously was 32 yards.
That's 4 yards to carry.
Juice,
4 yards to carry.
Exactly, which is pretty good.
Which is damn good. Three carries, you got a first down.
Now check this out. Check this out. To Wilson's 18 carries, Juice had 1 carry for 9 yards.
Now, other than 32-yard run, Wilson averaged 2.5 yards per carry. So let's keep it honest.
And in the second half, yes.
Period. I mean, take the 32 yards out, he'd average 2.5 yards per carry, which lends me to a smash mouth, give him the football, even Juice. 9 yards. He should have had at least 5 touches, y'all. At least 5.
No facts. Shanahan got to quit bullshitting and play Mason.
GM. That's why I brought up this was the game plan, guys.
It's like
that's why I said earlier. This was the game plan to have Wilson the bulk of the running plays.
We know, man.
But if we're being honest about it, if not for a breakaway play, he'd have been averaging 2.5 yards per carry.
Here's the thing. Is that I don't think that Mason can block how Shanahan wants. I think he said it in that press conference. He can't block the way that he wants him to. And it may not matter. It doesn't. And the only reason that matters is because when he's in the backfield, if he can't block, then teams will know he's getting the ball.
Okay.
So, but he absolutely. That's the only thing that I can think of. And here's my issue with Shanahan is that I know he's not playing him because he doesn't trust him because he's just young. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just how Shanahan does things. He doesn't play young dudes for the most part. This offensive line is the first instance where we've seen him play young dudes.
Had no choice.
Exactly. And when he had other options and they didn't work out, and then he's playing what he's playing. So I could be wrong, but yeah, that's it. But the problem with Shanahan is like play him now so he can get the mistakes out. So when we get to the playoffs, he's a weapon, Mason. You know what I'm saying? And
don't make me say it. Play him now so he gets the mistakes out. Don't make me say it.
Dude, ain't nobody. No, dude, don't nobody. Bro, what you're not factoring, Uncle Keith, is that there's 2 seasons. There's the regular season, then there's the playoffs.
That's why I'm saying play the other person a little bit for the postseason when you need that comeback capability.
No. We're talking about the creme de la creme, bro. We're talking about the best in the world.
Jimmy G bring us back. 2 touchdowns now.
Bruh, he with a finger issue and a shoulder, he took us to the NFC Championship.
Can he bring us back? You think he can?
Jimmy G, I've said this forever. Jimmy G can win us the ring.
He can?
Can.
I don't know.
Let
me ask you this question. This season.
Yeah. Any season. Jimmy G's not gonna win us the game. He people say that he lost us the Super Bowl because he missed that pass, right? If against Mahomes, if you go back, who outplayed who quarterback wise in that Super Bowl? Jimmy G outplayed Patrick Mahomes. That's facts.
Well, yeah, I agree.
I know 8 fighters that outboxed Mike Tyson and ended up knocked out.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that Jimmy G outplayed Patrick Mahomes, and we had a lead with Jimmy G that entire game. And then in the fourth quarter, in 7 minutes, your team gave up a 10-point lead, and you lost. That's why I've never understood.
I'll take whatever he's smoking, please.
No. I've never
girl Mariah.
I've never understood this whole Jimmy lost us the Super Bowl. Jimmy did not make one or two plays in the Super Bowl to win it. He definitely didn't lose it.
Okay, so let me back up a little bit. Let me understand you a little bit better. You said we can win a Super Bowl with Jimmy.
Yes.
Meaning like based on his game management, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
It ain't okay. I don't believe that.
No, I'm saying okay based on
I know what you're saying. I'm saying
You don't think Jimmy G right now can get us back to the Super Bowl?
No. Not the way he's playing right now. Not the way he's being schemed right now.
I mean,
not the inability to stretch the field.
We're only 4 games in. I don't know.
No, he's 2 games in. Jimmy G's 2 games in. Jimmy G's not 4
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Jimmy G's 2 games in.
Well, three, but 3 games in. 3 games in. I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
He did. He did win the Seahawks game.
Yeah.
No, that's right. Yeah.
He came in at the end of the second.
He's 2-1, and he's put up 24 plus points in his 2 victories.
And in the loss?
Oh yeah. He played his worst game. He played his worst game as a 49ers quarterback healthy.
So we're gonna see that again in the playoffs?
I thought we established that Jimmy came in Seattle, ran Trey's offense, he won the game. Shanahan then played him in the Jimmy offense the next game.
He lost.
And I think we just saw Shanahan play Jimmy in the Trey offense and we
won.
Exactly.
All right, so let me ask you this.
So it is Jimmy, but it's just as much as how Kyle uses Jimmy. That's my whole thing with Jimmy. This whole thing about Jimmy, it's like, yes, if Shanahan continuously uses him in the way that we're not winning football games, and there's another way that you can use him out of the shotgun, and he's winning football games, quit putting him under center. Just like what Jizzle was saying. There's the obvious issue. What was he in 2017 when he came in? Shotgun. Those 5 games, shotgun. Out there running and going. What was he in 2019?
I agree with that as far as the shotgun. I still like him on the center with the quick passes, to the slant. But my thing is this. There's gonna be times, Prez, that Jimmy G is going to have to win it for us with his arm.
Oh, and we know he can't in most situations.
But I'm talking about the Super Bowl, bro. You follow what I'm saying? You said he can't.
No. How did the game change? What kind of lead did we have in the first half of the Super Bowl, and what was the game plan? And then what did it change to in the second half? Shanahan ran the ball the entire second half, and it wasn't doing anything.
You talking about 2019?
In the Chiefs Super Bowl.
No. He stopped running the ball. That was the problem in the second half.
Yeah, exactly.
He stopped running the ball. And that was the issue. Yeah, that was the issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not even that, we got cheated out that game. I don't want to go back to that game, but because we got cheated out that damn game.
So anyway, my point is, y'all look at the Super Bowl and y'all say that Jimmy G lost it.
I'm not saying that at all. No,
I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
No, not at all.
The question was framed differently. Can Jimmy G?
No, so that's what I'm saying. If Jimmy G didn't lose that Super Bowl, and he had, he now has a better offense and a better defense, why can't he win the Super Bowl with this team? He didn't lose that Super Bowl. I'm saying the people that say Jimmy G can't win a Super Bowl.
I would say this. I'm not sure. Okay, in other words, let me change my response. I don't think he will. I think he can.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I don't think he will. I would say that.
Oh, if my money was on the line, but what are we saying when we say win a Super Bowl? Are we implying like our team just wins the Super Bowl outright, or Jimmy is put in a situation where he has to win us the game and then we win?
The latter. last.
No, it's been proven more times than not that he's not going to do it.
Yeah, but that can change though. That's the point. That's what I was saying. He can do it, but will he do it? I don't know.
My whole point of all this, I was getting to, is that if you don't call the game, like I said last week, if you don't call the game to where you have to have Jimmy win it, if you quit getting lackadaisical on offense and you stay defense and you blow these teams out, you don't put yourself in situations where you watch these leads dwindle and then Jimmy has put in a situation where he has to win the game and he can't get it done. Like every time we lose, we have a big lead that we just watch dwindle through the game for the most part. It's not like we're getting beat out the gate. We lose games. It's very few games that we're beat out the gate and for the whole entire game.
You're taking it back to Shanahan, use of Jimmy G.
That's always been what I've said.
Okay, no doubt about that. And you're also saying that, so that affects, you're saying we shouldn't need Jimmy to win the game for us.
Exactly. Why are we, if we know we can't get it done, why are you calling
Why are we setting up for him to have to do that or putting that on him? Exactly. Okay, no doubt.
That's exactly what
I can go with that. The question was asked, can he? And that's not a fair question.
Exactly.
The question would have been, should he be put in a position to win the game for us? And the answer
it's more so is how is Kyle gonna let him? There's so many dynamics to it.
Or can Kyle make it not necessary?
All I'm saying is in the Jimmy G fiasco, I don't feel like Shanahan gets enough of the issue of the blame in part of Jimmy's struggle. It's because as soon as Jimmy messes up, Shanahan completely takes the game plan away and he goes into shell shock mode. So who?
Wow.
I mean, would y'all agree?
I will say this to what you were saying, Prez. Uncle Keith, I feel what you're saying, bro. It's gonna come to a point. Jimmy G is going to have to be the reason why we win playoff games with his arm and the Super Bowl. Reason why, case in point, just because of our awesome offensive line. Right then and there, because of the offensive line, that's the reason why. His arm is going to be the reason why we win our 6th Lombardi this year. Y'all, and I told you this, bro, when Lance got hurt. Ain't no more excuses now. Ain't none. We got the defense. Cool. Now it's on him. Listen, we can't help the players that they got on offensive line. We got rookies. We got second year.
No, 100%.
But what I'm saying is, being that he's a leader, he is a great leader. However, it's going to come to a time, Prez.
1,000%.
It's going to take his arm.
It's going to be multiple times.
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be more. It's going to be many games.
And that goes back to what I was saying. Will, like Uncle Keith said, should he? And get to the point, honestly, he's a 2-time champion. He's been behind Tom Brady. He wasn't behind no slouch.
That don't make you no Super Bowl quarterback.
I know.
Is it unreasonable to ask that he be able to do that?
I'm talking about experience. That's all I'm talking about.
No, is it unreasonable to expect a quarterback to be able to do that?
Not at all. Not at all.
That's what we're asking.
No.
Is it unreasonable to expect that our quarterback can do that?
It is. Yeah, I fully think that he can do that.
Yeah, that's what I say.
He doesn't deliver.
We can't have it both
ways. Will
he
do it?
We can't have it both ways. We can't say he's not capable of it and then expect him to do it.
He's not.
No, I ain't say that. I'm not saying that at all. Yeah,
I'm not saying that he's not capable.
His history has shown us he hasn't been able to do it.
It's not true. There's been plenty of games that he's put up yards. I mean, we watched him beat Drew Brees. We talking about Drew Brees was a playoff game. That Saints game was an absolute playoff game.
Okay,
100%.
And one of his best games.
Yo,
one of his best games for sure. One of his very few games like that. He only has like 2 or 3 games where he's put up numbers like that.
Faithful Huddle, let me ask y'all this, and I'm going to go to the next question. I got a couple up here that we got to tackle. Real quick. Mm-hmm. I seen an advertisement of Monday Night Football game. They had Stafford and they had Debo. I'm like, yo, they do not respect Garoppolo, yo. They don't respect him, man. Meaning, like, you know,
We don't respect them.
Stop that. I do.
No, listen, I'm not saying individually. The way you scheme, the way the team was divided, the way we drafted so high, we told the whole league we didn't respect them as an organization.
I see
And
what
we held him, restructured his contract, and say, come save us. I'll be feeling some kind of way. That's like taking your cousin to the prom. She's a girl.
Well, he wanted to come back.
All you gonna do is dance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I ain't never heard that. She's a girl.
Check it out, guys.
I'm sorry, man.
No problem. Yeah, check this out, guys. So we can move right along, man. I got a couple of questions up here. Will Kyle Juszczyk have over or under 2 carries and 2 catches against the Panthers?
Under on the carries and 2 catches. Over on the catches.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. If Jimmy G is a true quarterback and a leader that he's being asked to be, he's gonna recognize the effort Juice put into that catch. And at least give him he may not catch 2, but he'll get 3 looks.
Right.
I'm hoping.
I think it's real simple. We're at a point where the issue is, it's like, man, put your best players, put them all over. Put them the number 1. All we have to do, if Jimmy cannot make other reads, is on this play, Kittle's the one. On this play, Ayuk's the one. On this one, Debo's the one. On this one, Debo's the one. Right? It's real simple at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't argue with that.
Not with y'all. No, I'm not saying y'all.
No, I said I can't argue with
Shanahan, what are you doing? It's like with Shanahan, what are you doing, bro?
Is he overcoaching
No.
or is he undercoaching him?
Well. Here, this is what I'll say, because I've been very harsh. I've been very harsh on Shanahan this year, and I will say, I think. What up, P? I think where we're really at,
I'm good.
Is that Shanahan is in a situation now where he knows he can't go back to that old Jimmy offense, meaning that he has to play Jimmy in the Trey offense in some capacity, because your whole team and your line that's very young has been set up off of that. So,
good point.
I think we have to give Shanahan and Jimmy, especially Jimmy that's only played 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the point. Playbook, I don't believe in the playbook excuse. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes with that, he made like, nah, you should know the playbook. But as far as chemistry and repetitions with these dudes and doing this, stuff's not there. And he's just being thrown into games and now practicing, get it done. So it takes time. Just like it's going to take time to Shanahan, A, to learn how to call Jimmy out of this trade book, but then B, trust Jimmy in this trade playbook. It's like it's going to have to grow over time this season. And that's really where we're at. And as fans, we got to accept that. We got to really accept that, or we're going to be on here every week complaining. And it's like they made the necessary changes. As far one week change, if 1 week had the time, you were faced with your worst outing and y'all hit rock bottom as a coach and a player and your quarterback. I think that was the rock bottom for Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo, was that 10 point game that we had.
So, Prez, what you think of the question, though, bro?
Yeah. I'll less than 2. It would be good to see him. So yeah, I say yeah, he should be used in this facet. He should have a couple runs and a couple catches a game.
So you're saying over?
Over,
yeah.
On both?
Over. That play that he threw into the out in the flat to move the chains, Jimmy, and then there's definitely ways to get him the ball.
Yeah, because Juice was only target once.
Fact.
And this goes to show us and the fan base they should use him more. You see how low this number is? I only said 2 because his average a catch or a yard is 1. So that's why I'm like, yo, can Juice go over 2 carries?
Who calls the play?
I feel you. I'm with you, Uncle Key. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
I keep telling you, you got your cousin at the prom.
I would say that, and also I would also have to say Jimmy also have to stay open. You know, you funny man.
You know what I'm saying? Seriously, man, you can't if you're not gonna take me, I ain't gonna dance with you. If it's your cousin, you got a guy that made a play that most fullbacks in the NFL can't make, and you're gonna target him once. Whose call is that?
Yeah, good
At
point.
some point, we can look at Jimmy's limitations, but you also got to respect his restrictions. He is not calling the plays.
Okay,
And that's the most juice I'll get. What I'm saying is, we know his field vision is limited. But if you got a guy that put out a play and caught the ball like Juice did, why wasn't he targeted again? Anybody answer that?
Talk about it, Mariah. Talk about it.
Come on, Mariah. You're not. Hey, Mariah, me and you might go to the prom. Keep this up.
Uncle King, let me let you know, Uncle King, she's married, bro. She's married.
I didn't say I could drive her.
That's my girl, man.
You know, I could drive her and open the door for her and her husband. I'm good. I just want to get to the prom.
Mariah
prom is Super Bowl for me.
Mariah said, "I've been screaming Juice should be used more. He's so underused." Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Right. And it's sad for me to use 2 as an over and under. I mean, I know y'all see my point, but he needs to be used more.
Fact.
My humble opinion. P Warrior, our extended family, man. Yo, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yo, shout out to you and being good. Yo, man, I love y'all show last night. I was over here working, watching the show. Yo, man, y'all killed it, man. I enjoyed it, man. Keep evolving.
Yeah, we had fun last night.
Bang, bang, till we can't bang no more.
Man,
yes, sir. You already know that.
To our faithful viewers, check out our extended family. P Warrior and his younger brother been good at Rounds TV. Check them out on YouTube. Faithful Boys. They always been doing their thing, man. Beautiful content, you know. But check them out. So P Warrior, what's up, bro? Will Kyle Juszczyk have over or under 2 carries and 2 catches against the Panthers?
Well, I mean, you would hope he would have more than 2 targets. You know, I agree with what y'all saying. You know, he's underused, man. He a weapon. He a Swiss Army knife out there. He can play multiple positions out there. You can play him at the fullback. You can run him a little bit. You can play him as a move tight end. You can move him out wide. It's not that he can't be used in all of those ways. It's just that when y'all put him out there, y'all don't give him a bone. You know what I mean? Y'all don't give him a ball. You know, now I went back and watched the game again this afternoon, and you know, you gave him a carry. You know, Shanahan like to use him around the goal line in the sneaky type of way. You know, the little fullback dive. You know, or when you throw it out wide, he can run routes, man. He can get a step on linebackers and maybe on some slower defensive back. So this is what I, kind of talked about like with Trey. I believe if Trey would have been in there, he would be used more. Jimmy just, I don't know, for whatever reason, and I go back to last year with the Tennessee game when he was wide open, he had the dude beat and he couldn't get the ball to him, so it's just, I don't know, man. I think he should get more targets in the game. I don't know what kind of linebackers Carolina have, type of, thing, but you definitely got to use him out there. If you can get a mismatch, to use his skill set, then by all means, I would do it. So hopefully he would get more than 2 targets. I don't know if he's going to run it a lot, but you could definitely use him in the passing game for sure.
Yeah. Even a running game. That was a really nice running game, running play that was designed for him when he got that 9 yards. I didn't expect that. That was a really nice play. That was a really nice play because he picked the inside and went to the left. I was like, yo, that was really, really nice, man. Really, really nice. I think he's gonna go over on both.
I hope so.
I think he's gonna have 2 catches and 2 carries for week 5 against the Panthers.
Okay.
In my humble opinion. I'm gonna post this up. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing regarding this. will the defensive line have over or under 5 sacks against the Panthers? Have fun with this, guys. I'll be right back.
Who's gonna start that off?
Yeah, you see how you ducked on us on that one? I ain't mad at it.
Oh, I definitely think over.
Now, who's playing quarterback for the Panthers?
Yeah, you know he already hate this week. He been just like, oh.
Who's playing quarterback? I forgot his name.
And that boy Bosa might get trade 3 of them.
Yeah, but who is playing quarterback for the Panthers? I forgot his
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, right? Okay, Mr. Irrelevant. See, Baker Mayfield's biggest problem is he runs into problems. He tries to get skittish back there, gets cute, and our safety, our defensive backs are going to eat him alive. Plus the fact he's got a chicken arm. When he stays in the pocket and rears back and throws it, he can make deep plays. But if he's on the fly, he's not a good on the fly unless you're unless you're playing college ball passer. So I'm thinking it should be over. But here's the problem I have with this question. This is a team that our team feels like it should beat. And I'm hoping they have the same urgency going into this game as they did the last. Mm-hmm. So I'll stay over with that precursor.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
You know,
I think they come with it just because they on the road. We're a good road team because out the gate, you know what it is. You know, it's weird. It would be weird in our stadium, them home games. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Because we lose more home games than we do road games.
Again, that goes back to complacency, though, doesn't it?
Well, I think it comes out with a lot. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain it, but if you look at it, you know what I'm saying. We lose.
Our best games play when we play when our backs against the wall, or we feel like we need to fix something. Mm-hmm. So when you're at home, you feel like you ought to win. We played the Lambs at home. We felt like we had to win. Again, urgency was created. Like I said last night, people. Saban said what? He coaches for urgency on every play and every bit of effort.
Hey!
You know.
What it do?
What it do?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man. The whole team's here.
Making it through the week. You know how you do it.
Yes, sir. Mr. Moneymaker getting that paper.
What can Brown do for you?
That's right. How's everything, bro?
Nah, everything's good, man. Hey, what you hear about? You heard about Draymond hitting Jordan Poole?
What?
I seen something on ESPN about that.
Yeah,
what?
Man, I was tripping on that on the way home. I just found out about it on the way home. Like,
hold
man.
Hold on. They were rocking?
Yeah, he rocked. He rocked him, like straight up rocked Jordan Poole in the mouth. And they had to stop practice. It's over. And they said they're going to suspend him or something, you know.
This just happened today?
Just happened just about like 30 minutes ago, yeah.
Word. Oh, wow, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to hear about that on ESPN. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Draymond.
I know I seen something came across my phone, but I didn't, look at it like I just saw it flash on my phone. So, dang, that's crazy.
Mariah. Appreciate it, Mariah.
Wow.
No, I didn't even know that, bro.
Man.
That's crazy, man.
In trouble in paradise already.
I wonder what happened. Why would Draymond sock him?
This is what he always does, just like he did with KD. It's like this guy, he's a wankster, man. He only does this with people that he know he can do.
Intimidate.
Yeah, exactly.
So real quick, Mariah says over. She says Baker is a scrub.
True.
Prez, did you do your over or under yet?
Oh yeah, over.
Okay. Uncle Keith, what's up?
Over. Okay. He's over like a fried egg on a summertime in the sidewalk in southern Mississippi. Oh man, he gonna be fried, dyed, laid beside like a bad hairdo and a good cool dude. Man. I'm talking about he's so born, it ain't even gonna be fun. Don't get to the rapping and trying to rhyme because it's time's up. I'm thinking 7 takes me to heaven.
Yo, you thinking 7?
7. He's like, you ever fried egg for 7 minutes? It's done. Fried egg for 7 minutes. It's done, baby. It's done.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. The only thing recognized about the egg is the white that turn brown. I'm telling you, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to somebody else.
P Ward, what you got, bro? Over or under?
I think they're gonna get over, especially if I always think about you got to stop the run. They got McCaffrey, so if they get on him,
Yeah.
he the key to the game anyway. Because
Yeah.
they're gonna try to establish a run. They know they can't just let that the defensive line tee off on Baker Mayfield. But yeah, I say they go over because I think they're gonna come in hot. They're coming in with that momentum. They hungry. I don't know what kind of receivers they got, but I like our secondary. So I figure, man, if we locking them up, locking receivers up, then that's gonna give Bosa one-on-one. And he was already talking about Baker Mayfield today. So he motivated. Yeah, he was talking about, the flag game, at Ohio State and then when they played when he was at Cleveland.
Yeah.
So he motivated to get it in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see him by himself getting a couple by himself. So I'll say over just for all of those factors. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
K Jizzle, what's up, bro?
Yeah, he took what I was about to say. I was like, Bosa might just get two by himself, just off that flag thing. Like he still holds that animosity towards the dude. So, and I think that they're going to get behind early and have to pass the rest of the game. I say about the end of the first quarter, they're going to be passing pretty much primarily through the rest of the game. So I say over 5.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go over as well. I think our front four, I think they're gonna dominate our front, man. Yeah, I could definitely see over. I definitely agree. But yo, I gotta say this, man. I gotta give this guy some love. Yo, Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah.
This guy been balling out, yo. This guy's been balling out. I don't know if because of the extension or what, but yo, Greenlaw's been balling out, guys. Balling out, man.
Let's talk about Lenore too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And huff and puff and blow your house down. I'm trying to tell you. It don't matter if it's weed. It don't matter if it's wood. It don't matter if it's brick. It's gonna be all good.
Yo,
I
got some questions lined up for them. Let me hit y'all with
mercy
in regards to D'Amico Ryans and Chris Kasarik. How can D'Amico Ryans and Chris Kasarik keep this defense swarming after the opponent's offense?
It's a good question.
First answer for that, give me a second, is the same thing they're doing on defense. If we can translate to the offense, which is being in the moment and making transitions and adjustments, that's how you keep them swarming. Yeah. You realize you've got a very talented defensive team.
Yeah.
And the one thing you have to coach against is over pursuit. Staying disciplined. I go back to college ranks. Alabama's best traits is teaching discipline. You have sheer talent because you got the best draft in the class. We got tremendous talent back there. But if we get out of position, what was that game when we argued for 45 minutes about a player being out of position and who it was?
The Bears.
The Bears
game.
I think it was Aziz.
Yeah. We didn't see that. We didn't see that last Monday, did we?
No, not at all.
Everybody played zone discipline, stayed in structure, and allowed our superstars, our playmakers, to make plays. Look, we can talk about Lenore all we want to. Ward was awesome too.
Yeah.
All right, Greenlaw, awesome.
I agree.
Huff, awesome. Across the board. Our free safety didn't let anybody get behind them.
I like the way D'Amico is using Huff as like a fourth linebacker.
He's the quarterback of the defense. When you have that much talent and recoverability, you put him where he can plug the holes.
Yeah.
He played the run. Awesome. You always saw him in the play. The camera was always on this cat.
Sure.
It wasn't because he was taking pretty pictures either. He was hitting and sticking. All right, I'm sorry. That was a joke. Next person.
What's up, Jizzle? Speak your truth, bro. What's up, Jizzle?
I kind of feel like they're doing everything right now to keep this defense swarming out. I mean, they're on a historical pace. It's hard to even it's hard to even get better from where you're at right now. Teams are gonna watch film and try to run more misdirection and all kind of stuff to try to get people to bite on plays and play actions probably, because you're gonna have to do something against this defense because you just line up and between it ain't gonna work. So just they're gonna have to make adjustments throughout the year as teams get film. But overall, I feel like we're on a historical pace. I was watching a tweet on Richard Sherman. He was saying he thinks it's gonna be the number one defense from start to finish. So I think that's where they're gonna be.
Wow. Think about averaging 11.5 points per game and being 2-2. That cannot stand.
Yeah.
They said the Baltimore Ravens. This is a crazy stat. The Baltimore Ravens have only not had the lead for 14 seconds, and they're 2-2. How is that possible?
Think about that. Finishing, urgency.
Yeah, exactly.
It comes right down to it. And everything that we do, if we're prioritizing finishing, we'll be successful. No matter what it is. I don't care if it's baking a cake. You still have to prioritize completing the mission.
It's a game of interest, though. Like you can be, do so many things good, but still lose the game.
Yeah,
absolutely. And there's a lot of parity in the league this year.
Yeah.
So you have to do something extraordinary. You have to be disciplined. You have to be willing to finish.
Yeah.
We missed some opportunities in the last game for whatever reason. But yet when it counted, we finished plays.
Yeah.
That's the difference between 2-2 and 4-0 or 3-1.
I tell you one thing, I was really surprised that Robbie Gould had missed that field goal. I remember your comment too, Jizzle. But I was surprised with that. He knows better than that. You rarely see that from Robbie, but it is what it is. I didn't want to change the subject, but I just had to throw that out there, man.
You know how many kicks were missed this weekend?
Huh?
You know how many kicks were missed and uprights that were hit this weekend?
Oh, a lot. What was that one game where it hit for the game winner? It hit the crossbar.
Yeah, that was in London, wasn't it?
That London one. Yeah, that was a good game.
The double doink.
The double doink. Hit it double time.
Yeah.
And that really comes from, and they're thinking, kickers are overthinking. Kick the damn ball.
True.
Everybody's being so overcoached. Now, what they call that stuff when they put all the numbers in? Is it kinetics or whatever the heck it's called?
Analytics.
Analytics?
Yeah.
You're thinking about something. First time I jumped off a boat into the ocean, I didn't analyze it. I had a couple of choices. I could jump in the water and be called a punk. I jumped in the damn water. I didn't hit the side of the boat. I made it all the way into the water because I figured that would hurt. It really comes down, if you got the basic skill set, you train your whole life to do something, just do it. Nike said it best. Just do it.
I agree. Yeah.
I will say this. What I've been seeing from our scheme from D'Amico and Chris, I love the different looks. Like they keep the offense guessing. Yeah. I mean, that's the overall thing I can say about our defense that I really, really like, man. You don't see the same thing, I really enjoy what they're doing, man. I'm proud of this defense. I'm excited for this defense, man. We can go so far with this defense. I just don't want us to get too comfortable to the point we rely on the defense. I don't want to take it there because we already handled that regarding offense. Mm-hmm. But I just want this season with this defense to be worth something. That's what I was telling our GM earlier. Mm-hmm. Ain't no excuses this season, guys.
They deserve to do something.
Especially with the defense we got, we cannot let this slip away. Just like our GM was saying when me and my brother had met regarding D'Amico Ryans. I don't want to see him go after this season because we let this one go for whatever reason. You follow what I'm saying? We gotta take advantage of this season, in my humble opinion.
I agree.
So if we do let him leave, I hope it's with a Super Bowl. You know.
Yeah, that's
Get
true
a Super
because
Bowl out of him. Get a Super Bowl out of him. That's right.
Yeah.
that guy's coaching this defense and trusting the players that he has.
And
Yeah.
I'm glad he turned down. I'm glad he turned down an interview or multiple interviews just to come back.
That ain't he ain't turn them down next season.
No.
I
What
mean,
if he
when you
thinks
hold-
that Kyle Shanahan's on the hot sheet? And maybe that's the reason he said, "Let me come back again," kind of like how Josh McDaniels did in New England. He kind of made it. I'm
You
just
just-
saying, you know, because I don't know why
you just said
whatever
the
reason.
unspoken. You just said the unspoken, man. You're gonna have some upset stomachs tonight. A little bit of agita going on. People's gonna be upset with you. We're gonna get some letters about what you just said. But wink,
Hey,
wink, I'm
man,
thinking
I'm
the
just
same
saying,
thing too.
Stranger things have happened though. Like
I'm gonna tell you.
Shanahan's record is still under Rex Ryan's record when he got fired after the sixth season. So
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Yo,
NFL stands for not for long. You know.
I gotta say this. I gotta say this, and let's be fair. Bill Belichick, his first 5-6 years, he was 41-55.
That's true.
And
Shanahan not going nowhere.
yeah, thank you. Pete.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
So I see your point. I do see your point, bro.
He
But
not
Times is
going.
changing.
hit the narrow on the head. Cal ain't going.
Times is changing. When have you seen Lynch have to answer this many questions about plays? Think about it.
I mean, I wouldn't want to let D'Amico Ryan go either, though. Like, so if I was Jed York, good thing I don't have to make a decision like this. I don't want to see Kyle Shanahan go either, to be clear. I'm just playing devil's advocate, like just saying, like, okay, D'Amico Ryan's going to leave anyway, and then we gave Shanahan this much time when we wanted a Super Bowl or, you know, whatever we wanted, and just say you're not. I mean, and the quarterback situation is, you know, in flux. You need a defensive guy. You know what I mean? It'd be different if we had like a elite frontline quarterback. You know what I mean? Then you would be like, okay, we could let the defensive guy go, but we don't. So how could you let that guy go out the door? Like,
defense is going to save this season for us.
Kyle ain't going anywhere.
Makes sense.
With that being said, and we all established early in our conversation this evening that Kyle ain't going to change that much. He's not going to trust outside the box. He's not doing anything outside the box. And we know what that looks like at the end of the season. And if that happens again, what do we do then?
I feel y'all.
Crickets.
I would say this.
Crickets.
Happy word.
No, I mean, no, it's food for thought. I mean, everything y'all saying because, you know, man, this, like I said, I watched the game twice. I watched this game more than y'all know I didn't watch the Denver game, but that one. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But, man, this defense, man, the way they was on the Rams, man, bro, we got a chance, man, with this defense to win the championship. So, like I said, we don't need the offense to be, you know, we just need Jimmy and the offense to score enough points because the defense gonna hold people down.
Yeah.
Because of the talent. And then, you know, to answer your question about, you know, what can they do to make it better? I like what they did Monday night. But I want to see what they're gonna do when they put Jimmy Ward back in there.
Yeah.
How they can interchange both of them and Hufanga.
They're gonna work them in there. It's gonna take time.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to see how they can do that because Mooney and Mosley holding it down on the outside.
Can't talk.
Lenore then came out of the light bulb went off like Lenore. They're like, you got an epiphany, bro, and you killing it out there.
And P Warrior.
So
let's keep it real quick. Let me just say this real quick. Gibson's been doing this game since week 1.
Him too.
Since you know my analysis on him on game week 1, week 2 to now, Gibson's been doing this thing. I ain't gonna lie, real quick. I was mad at him this past Monday night when he didn't catch that interception. Yeah. Exactly. Because he caught that interception, it would have been 14-6 instead of 14-9.
I think Greenlaw's been the most improved defensive player of the season.
That's what I
said earlier. Uncle Keith, and that you said that, and I'm gonna let P. Ward take the steering wheel. Yo, Uncle Key, real quick. Yo, out of 15 tackles, Greenlaw had 12 solo.
Yeah.
That goes to show you he's reading the offense.
It also goes to show you that when he made a major mistake, he took it personally.
Which one? Oh, okay, yeah. Before he signed an extension, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Having said that, it goes back to what? He had a personal urgency.
Yeah.
And urgency, that's the theme of tonight's show. Urgency. We need to respect that on both sides of the football. And everything that we do, it comes down to urgency. You know, being purposeful. Even we disagree, if we do it respectfully to where we can show what the intent is, it makes a lot of sense. Look, our team, if we're being real honest, should be 4-0.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Hands down.
And we let ourselves down in 2 games because we got in our own heads. Yeah. Field conditions are equal. Okay? Not executing is here.
Yeah.
Game planning is here. Seeing the game for what it is here. Being a player fan is here. Being a coach fan is here. But it is what it is. Let's go back to the basics of football.
Yeah.
Smash mouth. Getting the ball downfield. Having fun doing it. That team was having fun last Monday night.
Yeah, they were. You could tell. You could just tell.
Like, it was fun to watch, even.
Like you said, like the urgency, the rhythm, the execution. It was there. You're right. They had fun.
I had my grandmother told me a joke a long time ago. She said, "Good rhythm can make you dance or make babies. But either way, you're having fun." And hopefully not with your cousin.
Yo, real quick, let me throw this out here because P-War, I know I had cut you off, bro, and I apologize, man. You was saying something. I want you to.
No, I'm just saying, just keep doing, man. If they can play like that defensively, like they played on Monday night, that's the blueprint. Because now you got the pieces in place at all 3 levels to really take the defense to the next level. We know last year the secondary was the weak link. They couldn't really do maybe what they wanted to do because they couldn't cover nobody. But now you got the horses to do it. You got the corners, you got the safeties, and you got depth. We said it last night on the show. Last year they were searching for corners. Now they got more than enough.
And Verrett coming back, guys.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So now we should really see the defense go to the next level because now you got Hufanga playing out of his mind. Jimmy coming back. You got Gibson. You got Mooney. You got E-Man. You got Lenore. Hell, they ain't gave up on Womack. Womack gonna be a player 4-4 is over.
Facts.
And the front 7, man, if they get Aziz back to go with Greenlaw and Warner plus what they got on the defensive line, man, we just gotta stay healthy. So what y'all was talking about saying they averaging 11, giving up on 10 points, or however many points it is.
11.5.
Okay, 11.5. So you're holding them down to the points. All we need now is to get more turnovers. Because if we get more turnovers, they get more opportunities for the offense.
Thank you.
Because really, to me, that's the way that it's gonna help the offense. Because we don't really want Jimmy and them having to go 75, 80 yards to score. We would prefer if they had short fields. Well, if they could get turnovers, that'll kind of help the offense out too. So we know what the backbone is. We know it's going to be the defense. We know it's going to be the special teams. And eventually, if they can get the offensive line keep going and they get Elijah Mitchell and some of these running backs back healthy, then that's another feather in the cap. Because that's what we're going to need in the playoffs to get to where we're trying to get. Because we know Jimmy ain't going to be the one that's going to carry it. We're going to have to carry him. So, man, all they got to do is just keep doing what they're doing defensively. And like I said, I don't know what the record is for sacks or however, whatever, but Bosa already leading the league with 6. So, I mean, he on his way to that 22. So,
like,
I'm just saying, he on his way to that 22. So, I mean, he needs 16 more to get it. And if everybody else playing like they playing, he got a good chance. So, yeah, man, look. This is what we wanted to see all season. We want to see him kill people out there on defense. So,
I'm greedy. I want to go 4 now.
The next 4 games we're going 3-1.
We owe the Chiefs a fade too. So
I think if
I agree with you on that, G.
I have no dog. My bad. What were you saying?
Yeah, I think we can compete with the Chiefs and the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I really do, because I think if we get
man,
yeah,
I know what y'all know what I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see them destroy Tom Brady. I cannot wait to see Tom Brady. Tom Brady thinks he ain't played the best defense in the NFL. No. He ain't never had to play us besides that one time we went in there and Colin and they ended that 44 game win. Bro. Oh, cuz.
I wanted that matchup last year.
Tom Brady. Oh, bro, I'm saying Tom Brady ain't gonna play again after this year, bro. Cause he gotta play us.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But all we gotta say to Tom Brady is divorce lawyer on the defensive line. Divorce lawyer.
Bro, he got a world coming. Like ask Aaron Rodgers. You think Aaron Rodgers ever wants to play them? Hell no.
No.
It's to the point he don't want to play them. Tom Brady don't know. Tom Brady about to find out. Tom Brady about to find out for real.
I agree.
There's some folks trying to make a name on his shield. It could be like 300. Go out on your shield, son. Go out on your shield. Yeah. They're going to hit him like he's in divorce court.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, people were calling me crazy because I was saying I would rather face Brady than the Rams again. And I was saying, because it's hard to keep beating a team at that point 7 times in a row. The odds are against you, actually, even though it would seem to be the other way around. And everybody was like, "You'd rather face Brady?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want Brady. I think we would have had would have been a better, advantage for us."
I agree with that. I mean, I would want to beat the greatest. Well, one of the greatest. Why not?
Oh, you checked up on that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had to think about it. Oh yeah, man.
I respect that in my humble opinion. But you checked up right.
Oh, man. Real talk. I think before I talk, man, I was just like, hold on.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
I think you can get that goat out too easy.
Real quick. I ain't get to this question. Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta think about this, man. What are y'all thoughts on the anticipated blitzes by Hufanga and Lenore? This is what I really like regarding D'Amico Ryans and Chris Cassert play calling. You would never expect when the blitz is coming, and it's coming.
Yes.
There's always these two, Hufanga and Lenore. And I'm glad Lenore is getting his shine. And I always gotta say it, regarding Lenore, man. I always thought he was a best fit for the nickel spot, man. He's more physical, man. I'm so happy for his development, man. I like Womack too. However, I like Womack just continue on developing and still playing because he's still doing his thing too. I think in special teams, he's special teams too. You follow what I'm saying? So he's still getting the burn out there. But guys, what are y'all thoughts regarding the blitz?
I love the abundance of riches we have around these two. If either one of these get hurt, we still have somebody else we can bring in. Secondary thing is when it comes to these two,
correct.
Their field vision is better than any 2 young defensive backs I have ever seen anywhere. Troy Polamalu, they're comparing Hufanga to Troy Polamalu. And one of the things he was known for was field vision and ability to move left and right. Lenore, I don't know who he reminds me of. He might be one of a kind. So what do I think about the anticipated blitzes? I think it's going to be the key to our defense is my direct answer. Because they bring it. And they don't cheat you on a blitz. If they don't hit what they're aiming for, they stuff it. They're not afraid to get dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done.
Anybody else?
Oh
I love
yeah,
the blitzes. Oh, go ahead.
no, you good, G.
I love the blitzes. I think that's what our previous defensive coordinators did. Like Robert Saleh, I would always say blitz more, and he was dropping linemen back in covers and doing stuff that he wasn't a bad defensive coordinator, but he wasn't like this. He was only running zone cover 3 and then
Facts.
waiting for never adjusting, waiting for them to beat it. And we got beat in the Super Bowl on that cover 3 on a deep crosser. So like I love that he blitzes and plays a more aggressive mindset with the defense, and I feel like everybody's buying into it, and that makes it hard to beat.
Yeah. Yo, man. Yo, listen, I was yelling at the TV when Lenore got that sack off of Stafford. Yo, I was livid, yo. I was livid. Real talk, I didn't expect it. And he was so quick off the ball. I was like, yo, he's about to get that sack. But I mean, it is what it is. I like what they're doing on defense. I gotta ask y'all this. If anybody got anything else to say regarding the blitzes, I gotta ask y'all this. And the reason why I'm asking, I like what I'm seeing from these two. Is Nick Bosa and Samson Ebukam capable of making the 2023 Pro Bowl together this season? Let's talk about it.
That's a good question, bro.
What's up?
Well,
I mean,
let me
I
hit
know
on
both
the
of them. That's hard to say. Ekban is having a good season. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bosa total sacks so far is 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ebukam is around 4 so far. You know what I'm saying? Because this past game, they both each had 2 sacks each. Yo, man.
I think what'll help it happen is that when we get Armstead back, maybe Kinlaw back, you know what I mean? The interior guys help you get off some block sheds, you know what I mean? You won't get as many double teams because you got the interior push. We need the interior push back, especially Armstead.
Yeah. And these two guys are gelling, man. On the ends, they gelling, guys.
They are.
Like I told y'all earlier before our season started, Ebukam is the fastest defensive lineman on our line, yo. He's faster than D Ford. Faster than D Ford, yo. And think about it, guys. I know some of us was coming down hard on him his first 5 or 6 games last year. He was learning our system. This is his second year, yo, and he's doing his thing. And he's another reason why he caused that fumble on Stafford for Hyder to recover. Yo, Ebukam is doing his thing, guys.
Yeah, he is though. He definitely is.
He's doing his thing, man.
But then you got to realize he played out of position. Well, he played linebacker for the Rams, so they got him from standing up to putting his foot in the ground.
Yep.
His hand in the dirt. So it took him half a season to get that, to get that down and then to learn the system. But you saw in the second half of the season in the playoffs, he was beasting out there. So he just carrying over from the end of the season through, to now. So, I mean, as far as like making a Pro Bowl, yeah, he got a chance. I mean, because we know Bosa's still going to get all the double teams. So he should get the one-on-ones. I agree with Jizzle. We need the interior. We need Kinlaw and Armstead in there pushing the interior so he can get the one-on-ones, to have the opportunity. But, I mean, if we talking how we talking with, every game, they at least, man, realistically, they should at least be getting 4 or 5 sacks, maybe 6 every game now going forward.
I noticed something also. I'm sorry, people.
No, just to finish it up, I think, he got a chance to do it. And I just wanted to chime in on the blitzing. I think, with Hufanga and Lenore, you don't know where it's going to come from now.
Exactly.
And because it's on tape that they the ones coming, it allows the Miko to send Fred Warner and to send Greenlaw too.
Yes.
When you're thinking it's Hufanga and Lenore, he's send them. So it just enhances it. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, Well, no, I'm not gonna say that because I said that the first game and they didn't do what they were supposed to. So I'm gonna keep my mouth closed on this one. I'm just gonna say, y'all just go ahead and do what y'all do. I ain't gonna say what I said that first game. Keep my mouth closed. I learned from that.
Yeah.
But but at any rate, yeah, they got a lot of options to bring pressure. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that every sack that we had, the quarterback was touched by more than one player. That's the swarm defense.
Yeah.
So when no matter who gets credit for the sack, the fact that multiple lanes were closed off shows the swarm effect.
Talk about it.
And when I see that defensive coordinator have swarm on the back of his clipboard, that's just awesome. I was inspired by that.
Uncle Keith, 36 pressures. 36.
And how many plays? Total plays.
It doesn't show. I got some other information right here.
No. But
I don't
think they ran more than 55 offensive plays.
That's a lot of pressures.
That's a lot of pressure. That's like 70% pressure.
Yeah,
that's a swarm, y'all.
11 quarterback hits. 11
by multiple players.
Exactly.
He left here remembering us, and it wasn't his cousin he was thinking about.
I just was saying to myself, but I know he was sore when he got up this morning.
Offensive lineman.
Yo, you know I was happy for Hassan Ridgeway.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Prez, remember I was saying Ridgeway might go?
Facts.
Yo,
remember, we were talking about he could be on the.
Yeah, yo, Ridgeway, he looked good inside, and we needed him too because Kinlaw was out. Kinlaw was out, so he was a good plug-in.
Yeah,
and I see why now. My bad.
I want to say something. I've been counting since we've been on it, since we've been talking tonight. We've talked about 17 individuals making great plays on one team. That's an abundance of riches. We said this before the season started. We were deep and we were blessed in so many positions. And for me to close it, I want to say this. I was joking earlier about Purdy, but I still have that in my heart of hearts. All right. I got nothing in, Mark. I'm sorry. I tried to apologize for it. Okay. Juice we've been talking about. We've been talking about our defense and the depth we have. If we use every tool we have, we should not worry about even being competitive in a lot of these games. We should be running the table. The challenge is belief in ourselves and our depth. Listen to me. We don't have our best defensive team out there yet. And we got the best defense in the league. Who we got coming back this week? Somebody say it again. Barrett and who?
And Ward.
And Ward.
But I think our biggest
practice though. Okay, my bad.
I got you.
Our biggest detriment is Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G together are both conservative mindsets together, and basically they are not gonna step on teams' throats. Like you see it with Kyle Shanahan all the time. He gets more and more conservative the bigger lead we get, and then sometimes in the fourth quarter they come back and snatch that lead. And then Jimmy G, he plays into that. Like Kyle Shanahan's play calling plays into it to where he gets scared, he misses wide open guys, and he's just taking that check down every time instead of the play that could break the team's back. And so that's what I think is the only caveat to our success is they're both conservative minded.
And Jizzle,
you spot on.
I know you wasn't here earlier during the show. The first question I asked the favorite huddle, can Kyle Shanahan remain aggressive with his play calling throughout all 4 quarters of the game?
What was our conclusion, Mark?
And our conclusion was, I'm gonna start with you, Uncle Keith. Will he remain aggressive? That's the key.
Better question. Yeah.
And I was saying, no, he won't, because I know how he roll. It's just that I know he can. That's why I asked the question. Because I was telling people a little earlier, I did have Will Cal, but I changed it because I know he can do it. It's just that sometimes he's in his own head. He's in his own way. And being that we got the defense that we have, I don't want him, or we don't want him to rely on our defense. That's why I was saying, that's why I changed the question. Can he be more aggressive? And I know he can, yo. But
I got the perfect illustration for you.
What's up, bro?
Think about when he was in Atlanta.
I was thinking that. Go ahead.
Atlanta was Kyle being aggressive with that killer instinct because he had the quarterback, maybe not the running backs, and he had Julio Jones and he had Sanu. Yes, was Sanu on that team?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Sanu, and I don't know what the tight end was. But they didn't have the defense that we have. Their defense wasn't as good as this defense.
Mm-hmm.
So he played to the strength of what he had, which was his offense, which was his weapons.
And
so he knew in his offensive line. So he knew he could put 30 to 40 points because he had the horses offensively. See, he gonna play to the strength of the team. He knew that he had the weapons offensively, but he don't have the quarterback. But he got the defense and the, we want the running game and the special teams. So while we don't want him to lean on the defense, that's what he gonna lean on because he knows I got a maybe generational defense here, and I got weapons, but I got a quarterback who's limited. I gotta put him in position as much as I can to not screw it up. And I'm waiting for my running back to get back and my offensive line to jail to throw that into the gumbo, if you won't call it that, to get me over the top. So the comparison is, I always said, I told Ben Good this when Kyle and them first came. Kyle got that killer instinct. He want to destroy people passing the ball, but he ain't got the quarterback. That's what he want to be with Trey Lance. But Trey Lance hurt.
I don't know.
Jimmy G give
conservative with Trey Lance too, though. To me, I saw him a lot of playing scared with Trey Lance too. Maybe he was building up to that, but I don't know.
I think. Well, no, Jizzle, you right. You're right. Because in the Seattle game, you see, before he got hurt, they only threw like 2 passes. They were running the ball.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to establish Trey that way, but then eventually get his confidence to where he was going to unleash the pass with him. Yeah. So I agree with you perfectly on that. You spot on with that. With Jimmy, he can't use Jimmy like he had Matt Ryan, because Matt Ryan on a whole nother level from Jimmy. Matt Ryan, a Hall of Fame quarterback. Jimmy ain't gonna never be that. But we got weapons on receiver position, the tight end position, that if we had Trey or we had a Matt Ryan type quarterback, he would probably throw the ball more because he would trust it. He don't trust Jimmy enough throwing the ball to put him in harm's way. Yeah. So that's why I said it in the show last night. He be handcuffing Jimmy because Jimmy, like my brother would say, he gonna do that Jimmy gimme. He gonna throw one to the defense. Then Shanahan gonna put the cuffs on him because he know, man, you done screwed this up.
I'm gonna say this whole episode exactly. Facts.
That's what we were saying last night. So,
but
it's not that Kyle don't have it. It's not that Kyle don't have the killer instinct. It's just that he know he can't put Jimmy in that position because Jimmy ain't gonna do what a Matt Ryan would do or what Trey Lance would do. And what Jizzle is saying is true, because I'm like saying to myself, well, damn, y'all running him a lot. Why, man, come on. Y'all know y'all could throw it with him, and then he got hurt. I wanted him to come out throwing the ball because I think Trey just overall with the process and the reading the coverages is better than Jimmy and would have, been able to do more. But I think Shanahan was just trying to save that and trying to show one thing, but just like kind of building up to unleashing Trey with that pass, because on some level, Shanahan knew eventually I'm going to have to let him go with the throws. I'm going to have to let him throw the ball to unleash the next part of the offense. But he just wanted to build it up, kind of, get the line together. But, unfortunately, he got hurt. Well, maybe we'll see that next year. But, it is what it is.
Unnecessary risk. That was an unnecessary risk, though.
It was.
Don't remind me, man.
Completely unnecessary on this level.
That game, man. Oh my God.
I'll tell you why I say it's unnecessary on this level. You drafted him for a purpose. True. You played him counter to the purpose of which you drafted him. You own that. And having Jimmy G as your quarterback, a result of your actions, does not give you a pass after this season.
Facts.
You better make this work and show us what kind of coach you are.
Facts.
You have superstars in key positions. You're limited by the captain of your ship, which means you got to have some other folks giving directions. The defense has done its part.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so let's not give him a pass on what Jimmy G's limits are. Let's let him figure out how to maximize what he's got.
Right.
And I'm going to end this tonight because I got to go.
Yeah, I'm on to sign off in a few minutes.
I'm going to say 2 words. And I know I said I wasn't going to say it again, but hey, I done had a glass of wine. Purdy, please. That's what I'm saying.
I will say this, and I'm going to sign off in a few minutes, so we all sign off together. I want to bring this to our attention because this is facts. All right, guys. So the 49ers have faced the Carolina Panthers 22 times. They lead the series 13-9. Of course, no tie, as y'all can see. So with that said, real quick, what would be the theme for the 49ers victory?
Can I cuss?
Yeah, man.
Kick ass.
Okay.
Next.
Prez, what up, bro?
For this weekend, I just want to see the offense go. I just want to see the offense, man. The defense is gonna come in, they're gonna dominate. It would just be nice to see this offense put up a good 3 to 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they need. And even if it ain't 3, just gradually starting to get to that point. I want to see Kyle open it up. I want to see Jimmy throw different types of passes, different completions, areas of the field, start to utilize more. I just want to see the offense start to grow. See both sides, like Shanahan trust the system, and then Jimmy come through and do what he needs to do on those plays where they're taking chances.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I say time of possession because we win that, we win the game. And with our defense getting takeaways or turnover on downs or turning the ball over and taking advantage of field position, I think we're set. So time of possession would be mine.
You're right.
It's funny you said that, Jizzle. The Rams had the most time possession this past Monday. They had 34 to our 25.
What?
Word.
Wow.
Exactly, yo. And
Didn't
yo,
see
I think our GM said it earlier. That Huff interception helped us a lot.
Yes.
Helped us a lot, man. Because Uncle Keith said it earlier, we should have put up more points than what we had. That field goal shouldn't have been lost. That should have been a touchdown regarding with Kittle if he would have landed with his right foot, but touched the chart. We should have blown him out.
Dewan Jennings wide open, calling for the ball.
Yep.
Exactly. So my thing is real quick. Let me just throw it in. Ben, I'm talking. Just continue on developing on our identity on offense. We already know about the defense. Continue on developing our identity on offense. Keep mixing it up. Shotgun, under center, screens, run blocking, pass blocking, urgency. Play with urgency, and play consistent, So that's my thing regarding the thing for our 49ers victory on Sunday. What's up, P Warrior?
I'm gonna say Kittle gonna come to the party this week. He had the one reception to I think he had 1 or 2 catches. I don't know what kind of linebackers they have, but I think this week he gonna come through and be a factor, not just in catching the ball, but in the blocking. Because if they got Jalen Moore playing that left tackle, they're gonna need him on that left side helping. So I think Kittle gonna come to the party this week, and I agree with everything y'all said. I think they get the dub, and Kittle gonna be a factor in the run game and in the pass game. So.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, with that said, to our faithful viewers, as always, thank you for watching our show. Check us out for 49ers content every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, thank you for your support. Faithful Huddle, God bless each and every one of you. You know I love you guys. Looking
Aaron Judge, 62.
Yeah, absolutely.
Balls worth
y'all winning the world. Hey, bro, y'all winning the World Series, bro. I ain't watched baseball all year. I'm a Red Sox fan. I have not watched no game.
In my mind, we have never lost.
Yo, P Warrior, let me tell you, bro, man, I needed some sleep yesterday, and I got it. I wanted to be on the show with you guys. You guys y'all did y'all thing last night. But the point of me saying that, I even missed a home run.
I didn't. That was awesome.
I was so mad, and I woke up like 11:15, and I was like, "Oh shoot, the Yankee game!" I had to go on my phone, and I'm looking at the highlight. I said, "Oh man!" But yeah, being that you brought it up, but the way things is looking, man, I hope so, bro. I hope
Houston,
so.
it's tough.
But I'm gonna watch the playoffs because I ain't watched no games, bro.
Yeah.
None. Now I guess the scores from the Red Sox games, but I ain't watched none since like maybe the first or second game.
Yeah.
Mariah,
all season been over.
God bless you, Mariah.
Peace.
Perk.
Yeah.
Yo, dog.
Appreciate you, man.
Keep that beer game going.
All right, guys. So we're gonna end the show. Again, God bless everybody. Stay faithful, everyone. Have a good night.
Keep it evolving.
All right.